Um, so what else is there to talk about? Let me see. I think we've covered mostly everything. Um, yeah, I mean, I think that's about it unless there's anything else you want to discuss.
No, I do wish you luck on your channels though.
On all 15 of them, right?
All 15 of them. Yeah.
Yeah, well, we actually have a final segment. Before we end this off, it's the question of the week. What is the worst video game related purchase you have ever made? And that's for everybody, and of course, the two of us will answer that question. I know I probably threw you off guard. You're not prepared for that, but I mean, for a question like that, it's a pretty easy answer for the most case, you know? So
Yeah.
I'm going to start off. The
Okay.
worst video game related purchase I ever made had to be Band Hero. I don't know. It's kind of like Guitar Hero, but they also had like it was pretty much like a ripoff of Rock Band, where they also had drums and they had all that shit. I bought the whole entire set for like $300, I think it was, and I was like 11 years old, and like someone convinced me to get it, to play at the house, and I played it like
Mm-hmm.
about I don't know 4 or 5 times, and I got tired of it. So that's probably the like worst thing I ever bought because it was like almost pretty much the price of a console, and it
Oh
definitely wasn't
man.
worth anywhere near that money, especially since that equipment ended up breaking down. Like the wires got screwed up, and I couldn't even use them anymore. And plus, those rhythm games were just dead, like pretty quickly. They got pretty boring after after a while. So that's what I can think of. Besides this laptop that I'm using right now, that was a total ripoff. Um, that would probably have to be it. What about you, Barry?
I think I've made two. It was one of my first Steam sales, and Aliens Colonial Marines was on sale for like 15 bucks. Um, which is not a sale, first of all, but I purchased it, Aliens Colonial Marines, because I had some of the other Aliens games. So I was like, oh, this one should be good. And it's awful. It's the worst game ever. And then I started getting into AMC's The Walking Dead, and they made a video game. And I purchased that one too. And they are sincerely the worst games. Both of those, like you can't even reminisce in how bad they are because you can't play them. Um, like for example, AMC's The Walking Dead, you can't die. If a zombie comes up to you, you just press like a button and you'll stab him in the head with a knife, and you're invincible while you do it. So then like a horde of zombies is around you, and you just press that button, and it just kills them,
Um,
and you just sit there for like 30 minutes
I actually
just
think
killing
they
zombies.
patched that, or maybe you have it on the PC.
Yeah,
Because on the 360 version, I actually played that and I love that game.
really.
I got it for $40 too.
Oh man,
I got
the
it like
FOV,
I
the
got it
FOV
right
is
after
one
it
thing
came
too.
out. I mean it's different on the 360, or maybe they patched it when I bought it. Because if you
Mhm.
got the horde of you actually die like pretty easily.
Really?
Like when the
Well,
horde of
the
zombies
FOV
come
is
up to
also at
you, and
like
then you have to
20.
stab them with a knife, and it's like all over the place. I know what you're talking about. Yeah, I actually beat that game like 3 or 4 times, and I enjoyed it.
Whoa, man, I may have to give it another shot. When I bought it, it was like garbage. You could not play it.
Well,
Um,
yeah, I mean, no, there are definitely a lot of problems with it. I mean, it actually ran pretty good for me, but
mhm.
that's just
Oh, it didn't. It wasn't a problem of running. It ran fine. It's just the field of view was at 20, so it made me motion sick instantly. Um, and I couldn't fix that.
I think it's probably one of those
And
games that just has an awful PC version.
probably it's probably that.
I mean, a lot of people
Other
didn't like
than
the
that,
console versions either, but I mean, I had a lot of fun with it.
I can't think of like a bad physical purchase that I've made for my computer.
Hmm.
I think just game wise, it's what it was. I just bought some bad games. I bought Ride to Hell Retribution because I heard it was bad and I wanted it for that experience.
Ha ha ha. Yeah, I've done that before, but I wouldn't consider it a waste if I knew what I was in for, you know.
Yeah,
But if you're just
yeah.
completely blindsided, like you get this game, sometimes you get the season pass, like you spend $100 plus.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
and it's just a total piece of crap. Like people who bought Battlefield 4 at launch, remember what that game was like when it came out?
Mm-hmm.
It was really bad.
Yep.
But yeah, I think
Lord.
the Band Hero has to, because it was just so much money. I think, and at least I got something out of the laptop I bought, even though it runs like shit now. I at least got some
Mhm.
entertainment out of it, and I enjoyed. I did get into PC gaming that way. I mean, I have 437 hours and counting. Well, no, I haven't played it lately, but I have like 436 hours on Gary's mod, and on the PC, which
Yeah,
is,
that's a fun game.
oh man, TTT throwback, man. I miss Gary's mod. I can't even run that shit now.
Oh
It
man.
it's bad. And then Left 4 Dead 2. A lot of the Valve games I really enjoyed, except for Team Fortress, which I think sucks. I'm sorry.
I didn't really like Team Fortress either. I loved playing through Half-Life 2 though, and the rest of them. The Half-Life series still stands today, and it's funny too because as you play it, just knowing that this game influenced real physics, real time physics in pretty much every video game that came after. It's a real treat being able to play it because you see that like their puzzles are all physics based, and you're like, you thought this was cool because it was brand new. I like it.
Yeah, but that's the question of the week. What is the worst video game related purchase you have ever made? In the comments down below, because I'm going to obviously re-upload this to YouTube. Uh, so let me know what your worst video game purchase is.